Hello, Tenno. Welcome to Devstream 45. We are here today with our second Devstream of the 2015 year. We have the normal gang on the couch. We have lots to cover, lots of housekeeping, tons of questions, and I think, actually, this is a lot of news heavy at the beginning of this stream. As always, we're going to do 3 platinum prizes. We will be doing a 24-hour alert after the stream on all platforms, so everyone can expect a little tater coming, probably around the 3:30. Tater tots at 4.
Daryl's frying up some taters right now.
He is. He's cooking some plantain and cooking some potatoes. So that'll be after the stream. During the stream, of course, we'll get some big news out of the way. The first, of course, is we're going to be at Tenno Live, PAX East 2015. So that's March 6th. You can watch it from home on this very channel on Friday night on March 6th. Or you can join us live in the audience. Apply now, warframe.com/TennoLive. It is at PAX, but a PAX badge is not required. We're going to try and get everyone that doesn't have a PAX badge in after show hours to join the amazing audience. And then
so we're going to have like a show, and then we're going to have a party?
Yeah, it's going to be a show and a party.
Oh, very cool. We need to make sure that's clear, because I saw a lot of people sad yesterday that PAX was sold out.
Yes, PAX is sold out, but if you have a ticket, you can pick up your wristband at the show for us, and if you don't, we're going to try and we are going to make sure that we can get wristbands on people who can't actually get into PAX but still want to come to Tenno Live, which is after show hours, and we're able to get you in for that.
That's very cool.
So are we after at a different location?
Yes, so it's going to be
across
split.
The street.
It's going to be across the street at a bar for the after party. It is 21 plus, so that's an American thing. I know. I almost can't go, but you can't go. My child, my poor little Scotty son.
My balding.
No, you're my son. Surprise!
So that's going to be fun.
So come to Tenno Live so that we're not alone.
Yeah. Apply now. It is limited capacity is the only thing. Yes, we can get you in, but we only have a certain amount of seats. So
Tenno Live North America.
Tenno Live North
America. That's right. This is the NA version.
Yes, this is the NA version. A lot of our European people are saying, come back to Gamescom, and we're working on what we can do for that. No announcements to make yet, but you'll know when we know.
You can only create so many crazy bombs to drop at these things per year, but
and Warframe is putting the link to sign up in chat, so you can rock and roll there.
I think we're going to show stuff. If you come, you'll get first eyes on cool new stuff that we're making.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, a lot of people, one other housekeeping item that we should get to is on PC right now, the Tactical Alert Overtake is live. Current stats are 130,000 people have attempted 33,000 winners, myself included, and we have a few more days to try and get that Astral Twilight stance on PC using a throne-only mission. So
Astral Twilight.
Good luck.
Sparkle.
Yeah, that is a tough one, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
It is. Horsey. Yes.
All right.
Other things we have, a console ETA. We're hoping to deploy builds either today or early next week, mid next week. You can expect both platforms to get all the goodness of the past, 4 updates on PC. Christmas was a downtime for all platforms, but the past...
I just saw a couple of threads asking, is Barokatir coming to consoles? That's where he will come?
Yes, we're going to stress test relays on each respective platform with the same kind of restrictions on PC. The PS4 update is going to indeed get the player-created sigil that we made for that community, fan-made, and that'll go live, which is awesome. Xbox right now, you have the Prestige Pack, which is a Excalibur skin exclusive to Xbox. That's live for a limited time. And
nice.
So much. I'm sorry that I've been dropping news. But
no, do it.
And the other thing I just think we should establish now, because a lot of people are saying, I'm waiting for update 16, etc., and some people expect it next week, but realistically, it's not.
Nope.
It's not that close.
Realistically, it's not next week.
No, it's not next week. It's not...
We are trying to put an 8-player raid in update 16.
Yes.
So it might take a little more than next week.
Yep. And I mean, the Christmas break definitely throws off the normal pace at which we do things, just because that 2 weeks of, up to actually that 2 to 3 week window of just vacations and stuff for people. So,
That's right.
So, yes.
We'll get there.
So, it's a bit more away. No firm ETA yet, other than...
It has ridiculous ambition in it, so it'll be worth it.
Like every update.
Yep, it'll be worth the wait. Absolutely.
Totally.
Yep.
All right. So, as usual, we have a Q&A session afoot. People are saying, what? 8-player 16? Looks like you just dropped a bomb. I guess we can get right to questions about that.
We were starting to hint about that last time offhandedly, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about it, Scott. Is there anything really to share yet?
Not anything specific, but I think kind of the philosophy behind it, or the
If you think
the
that
goal.
tackle alert was hard, just you
yeah.
wait.
Yeah. That doesn't mean nullifiers though, right?
Oh, it might.
I guess the way at least the way I'm looking at it, is a chance for the design team to kind of take the gloves off and try out some wacky ideas and try out some hard things and try out not having to explain every step of the way exactly what you have to do, and let the players puzzle it out and figure it out how the mechanics work. So I think there'll be
that knows the game. We're not expecting you to be like, oh,
I'm fresh off the street. Let me play this.
Do this 8-person raid. No,
Yeah, this could be for high-end players that will take the time to figure out how this works and puzzle it out. So so basically, expect things to be hard, expect to die, expect to try again. But
And what can they expect the rewards to be, I guess? What's the general philosophy there?
It's
Top secret.
It's top secret currently.
It's top secret.
Currently, I
even
think
know.
it's going to be pretty rad.
It's pretty rad, but it's top secret.
All right.
AKA, we might change our mind and
Yeah.
we might chicken out.
Yeah.
Chicken out.
That's actually, as we're kind of talking about these things, so I know we have a few assets, we have a lot of Q&A to get through. A lot of the questions are about 8-player raids and, when we can expect them, what kind of gameplay there will be, and it is ambitious sounding. And I think every dev stream, this is our 45th one, and we talk about a lot, and a lot of these things are real-time developments, a lot of them are just ideas that have no real ETA on them. We're just kind of spitballing. Like one time you mentioned clans can create quests, like player-generated mission kind of thing, but I haven't seen or heard anything about that since you brought it up. Yep. So one thing that is not live, and I don't know if it will be, but we're experimenting with, is a public-facing task list that is just an itemized breakdown of stuff we've talked about on dev streams.
Oh, really?
So you remember that public? No. But remember that thing I showed you before the stream, the public board?
Yeah.
I think I have an image of it. It's named Task Board Roadmap.
You're surprising me right now because it sounded like you weren't going to show this.
I know, but I don't have to. So this is not live. This is totally just a mock-up of stuff that we've talked.
Public at the top.
Well, the intent is that it might be public one day or not, and this is just something I actually just want a community pulse check on as well.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Simply because the stuff on this list, it's obviously not exhaustive of everything we're doing, nor is it...
I remember, I forget what game it was. There was a game we were checking out that had kind of this thing, and they actually had community upvoting and downvoting for features that they wanted, and I thought that was kind of cool, but...
I just don't know if it's something we should do, because we talk about so much, and everything on the large development project side is in progress. Mm-hmm. But they don't have ETAs, and I think that's a lot of things people are looking for, is a solid ETA for the stuff we talk about, but I feel like...
There's got to be some surprise.
Not only does there have to be some surprise, but I just don't know if this will do more harm than good for...
especially
committing
the nature of this is... There's a lot of times where I think the cool part is that you guys are kind of seeing live conversations. Like there's a lot of times we walk away from this going, yeah, that kind of was a good idea. Maybe we should do that.
I know.
Yep.
Which is what I value, but I think like stuff like Trade System 2.0 is something that we need, but are we is this anyway, you can take this.
It's a list. It's definitely a list of things that
it's a list of things
I feel like we need to bring a Sharpie to these now.
I know. Yeah. Anyway, I just thought it might be something we could explore, but I don't know if it's going to, again, do more harm than good, because our ambitions often are huge because we love making stuff for this game and fixing things, and obviously we want our players to share that excitement, but at the same time there's a level of just general practicality to what we can get out in time frames.
And like the level of specificity beyond what that says right there, like a one-line thing, sure.
Yeah, like Trade 2.0 could be up there for 8 months and it still might not be ready, which is the problem. But it's like, I don't know. Experimental stuff I'm playing around with. If you hate it,
I think it's a good idea.
I hate it.
You hate it? Oh, okay.
Right. Well, then it's done. All right.
That's fine. I respect that. I'm not.
Delete it.
Yeah.
Remove it.
The manager likes it.
Yeah. Your manager, whatever.
Who likes it?
The manager.
You do?
That's a spreadsheet. It's like a spreadsheet. Like
He likes lists.
I really like lists. But speaking of, if you guys want to fight it
I
out,
started sitting on the edge of my seat as soon as you brought the list out. I'm like, oh my god.
I love lists too.
where's my rubber stamp?
But if
Well,
you,
I think you were talking about another game that tried this, and the community felt very negatively and cynical about it because
it shows
they
your
tried to
failures.
attach. Well, they tried to attach dates to it as well.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I don't think we could ever put dates on ours.
Yeah, and I think our players, at least the ones that have been with us for a while, know that they're getting the bleeding edge of everything that we think of and everything we're trying. And Yeah, stuff like trade chat usually sounds very simple on paper, but it implicates a ton of changes either to the UI system, and meanwhile the UI system is burdened trying to, fix a clan issue, or we're trying to do stuff for relays,
or a new feature that's not announced,
or a new feature that's not announced.
There's sometimes a bit of firefighting, or you hit a wall and
it just becomes an on hold.
A feature blows up because, for example, like we've talked about in the past, focus blows up because all of the things for it start stomping on Warframe abilities or existing mods.
Right.
And the trade-offs and all of those things start going, well, this is really just a corrupted mod in different clothing.
Right.
So
that is a good question. We have a lot of questions about the focus system from Crotalon, and just this is an example of that.
Yep.
It's something we've said and attached a brand to, but have nothing yet. Not because we don't want to, it's just, like you said, it's not.
We really need to focus on it.
Oh, you with puns? What is in
There's
this
a lot of irony.
beer? They're not even opened the beer yet. Something's going on. Jokester.
You work on stuff and you hit a wall or it goes really fast. Like Syndicates was an example of something that I thought was going to be a lot harder than it was, but it turned out to be really interesting for the amount of sort of human energy it took to bring it. But Focus, on the other hand, got very similar amount of effort and went nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere good, anyway.
Right.
Yep.
But it's still something we're working on.
But I think it's fine if you want to share our, the hot topics in a kind of nicer form.
I like that because it looks nice, and to be honest, I just picked everything we've ever talked about in a stream recently and put it on there. So it's not like I went through files and was like, aha, yes, this is a
I think
secret.
someone actually did that.
Oh yeah.
Yes, of course they do.
There was the huge backlog
You
of
promised this.
Here's the video link to the.
Yeah.
I think the contract we have with our players, though, is if you want the truth from us and not a bunch of managed talk that we're used to
we
getting
said not to
past
use the word managed. Spam.
We're not using managed, but they get to hear our screw ups. They get to hear spitballing. They get to hear the things that we would think would be awesome that maybe are not easily done.
Right.
Like the opposite of that list is a completely managed 3-item bullet list that's super, super safe and doesn't have any wild ambition.
And someone making you stay on message all the time.
Yeah, I remember.
Stay on message. You remember this from Publisher Games?
I do remember that from Publisher Games.
Stay on message,
Stay on
guys.
message. Don't talk about this. Oh, that's too much like this game. Don't mention this. Avoid that. If they ask this, don't give
back
an
away.
answer.
Is part of our messaging giving out 1,000 platinum?
Yes.
And
yes,
is the
it
winner of that first platinum prize Mysel the Fencer?
No, it's not. It's somebody else.
MISELFENCER.
Failed.
Mysel the Fencer. You've won 1,000 platinum. Message our Twitch page with your in-game alias, PSN ID, Xbox Live gamer tag, and you will get 1,000 platinum.
It's sort of interesting that randomness leads people to congratulate. You roll something and you rolled a 6. Yeah.
One thing that was talked about, I just wanted to share this. Our Excalibur statues are officially gone. Limited edition. We had a few left in stock for repairs.
That's crazy.
And we put them up for sale, just a very small last batch of any that we kept behind from the same batch that were for repair purposes or lost orders. But those are all now gone, sold out. But one little tease we have is who's next on the collectible statue run.
Do we have a?
It's like Excalibur Prime. Gone forever.
Do we have a shot?
Forever?
Is that what's happening?
Yeah. I don't think you guys have seen this.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Oh, shoot. Happy Scott is happy.
Yeah.
So you can
Look at that cod piece.
look at it. Now you can have it in the flesh. You guys can have this collectible limited edition Rhino on the market. The store.warframe.com. It should be up
When?
first quarter, I think.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for Mr. Rhino with his Fragor and dead.
What's the
corpus. I don't have a date. I could put this on the list though.
That's pretty sweet.
All right.
Wow.
Yes. Quite exciting. All
It would
right.
have been funny if you pixelated the cod piece.
Yeah. Very true. So our our second question now is from Ison135, who asks, is the J3 Golem Redux a first raid boss, or is it an Arcwing boss? And a few others asked about the progress on our J3 return.
They're setting you up.
Yeah, I know.
This is a volley for you.
Well, I'm speaking for the guys working on it, I guess. But yeah, it's they're working on it. It's come a long way. It took a while to get the character made and rigged and ready for production. But they're picking away at it now, and I think it's a multi-stage boss, so it's a kind of yes to all those questions.
Okay.
You kind of play on the ship.
But it's not 8-player raid.
It's not an 8-player raid,
Okay.
no. But you play on a ship. It's a sequence of
dun dun dun.
it changes states. Like you play on the ship, then you have to exit the ship and fight him out in an Arcwing mission, and then I think you even eventually have to open him up to get inside to do internal damage to him. And I think we have some work in progress just to show the scale of him. It's pretty awesome, like for when he's out in space. So yeah,
Oh my.
Rawr, tentacles.
So that's like his final form style?
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's attacking the ship before you go out there and fight him.
Oh, that's wicked.
And he's freaking huge.
He's massive.
Oh my god.
So he took a while to get going, but
Yeah, he is colossal.
And you're going
8-player
inside?
Arcwing.
you eventually have to go inside to do some internal damage to his organs. And then he spits you out.
All right.
So yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that guy's cool.
So that's.
Knights of Sidonia about
I
this.
know!
yeah,
I was talking to Jeff about that, and then today I learned Jeff likes anime, so.
Today you learn that.
I know.
Well,
Come on.
sorry.
You guys got me Mononoke for Christmas.
Yeah.
We did. It was a special Jeff gift.
That was very exciting.
All right. Well, I guess maybe if you like anime, fine. Someone can't contain their excitement in chat
About?
about the
Rule
the
34?
No, the no. J3 Golem.
Golem Rule 34?
All right. I guess next up on the plate is we'll talk about a broad question that we get asked about frames, particularly Necros, as someone on the chopping board of life, so to speak.
chopping
I don't know.
board?
They use metaphors, and I get lost in all of them, like an Alice in Wonderland. I don't know whether it's smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord?
And Necros review pass / what am I doing?
Your mic's
I like wonking. Hello.
Nerf desecrate.
Yeah.
That's
Nerf it all.
Yep.
Now.
And where?
I was actually looking at him this morning again. I was looking at his Soul Punch power and casting it and realizing that it's a full body animation compared to like Ember's Fireball and stuff that, you have to, you're fleeing from the enemy and you have to stop, turn around, play the animation, which usually leads to you getting killed. So I swapped it to the Fireball and the Vauban's just quick cast,
nice.
directional
Oh.
cast. So you can be fleeing and casting behind you, which feels much better for Soul
Awesome.
Punch. What else have I done? Shadows of the Dead, we gave the Shadows health and damage buff.
Oh,
So
cool.
those are also affected by mods. So the numbers are still kind of in flux to see what feels nice, but making sure that when they're spawned, it's not just a stalemate.
Oh, like the exact same enemy they're up
Well, yeah,
against.
it's like, cool, here's a level 30 gets to level 30, and then they just die, and it's like your ultimate. So these guys now responding are more powerful and do more damage. So
Sick.
at the end of the fight, you're usually walking away with a few guys, which feels
You get
pretty
to
nice.
keep your minions
Yeah.
around. That's
That's pretty
I
awesome.
nerfed the shit out of Desecrate.
No, you didn't.
It works about a quarter of the time.
What?
It's pros and cons.
We
talked about this.
What is it? Glenn's always
There's
like, there's
only
got to
so
be a
much.
hug with the kick. So that's the kick.
I'll give you one right now. What about Terrify? We'll get back to that.
Yeah, Terrify. Terrify was an interesting one because it's got parallels with a lot of other frames, but it is also a lower tier power. It costs less. So I did want to straight up like copy and make it exactly like Chaos, which is like unlimited targets, unlimited range.
I know it well.
Yeah. So what I ended up doing with that one, because I kind of feel like
Rest in peace, desecrate.
it's Necro's oh shit power.
Right.
So I kind of upped the number of enemies that it is just exploding.
Sorry, we're just laughing at
We're just reading the chat.
Don't distract him. We're on a roll right
We
now.
trolled the entire chat.
Yeah.
We're on a.
We're not hurting.
I can just see my inbox filling up.
I
with
know.
stuff.
You didn't touch Desecrate. Let's just get this off the table. Did you? Did you change it? Did you touch it? How did you touch it? Did you desecrate it? Did you desecrate
I
it?
disagree. So back to Terrify.
Yeah. Show me where you touched Desecrate.
So casting speed of Terrify has been sped up. Animation guys like to add lots of dead frames to the end of stuff. So
Oh, shots fired.
I just chopped some of the frames off it so that the casting time is closer to the 1 second mark. It was about a second and a half before.
He was so metal though.
It was, but for an oh shit, get away from me
Yeah,
power,
it's not-
you don't want something that's a 1.5 or 2 second casting. So
We just animate things based on how he just tells us he wants them.
I acted out.
And then he throws us under the bus.
Well, we'll get to this kind of conflict later.
So-
So
Ready to create more.
and what about Desecrate?
And for Terrify, I basically reduced its range and upped the amount of enemies that it affects.
Right.
So it's more intimate power, but affects more enemies around you.
Gotcha.
Which is what I think the power is meant for. It's meant to get things away from you, to stop damage from happening from you. Crowd control your immediate area, not a large swath
Someone
of
that
the
doesn't
map.
even know
Yeah.
that you're there. Yeah, I suspect that it's good. And what about Desecrate? Sorry, Chad has.
For Desecrate, I have a sound effect for what's happening Desecrate.
Okay,
right?
everything from this forth is unconfirmed dev trolling. We will get to the bottom of this Desecrate mystery after the stream. Fear not. Don't start the rumors that you started. I have no idea if you're being serious or not, so I don't think you
Well, we'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
Tune in later.
tune in later. Is it single target now or something?
Nope.
Yeah, you have to aim at
You have
each
to
corpse
aim
part.
Corpse. Desecrate your fingers?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we'll see. Okay.
The little apples that roll out of them, the head. You gotta target the head. Is there anything in the head? Nope.
Nope.
Is there anything in the? Wow.
That was good.
Now I am gonna nerf it.
No. What about Ember? We just have gone 2 iterations in less than 24 hours with her on PC.
Yeah. What
happened there, Scott?
Is nudging.
Yes.
Is
I feel ya.
changes and see reaction and try again.
I feel you.
You know, we made I think some pretty good improvements.
Stay on message. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Stay on message.
That's the joke here. The joke, of course, is that we small steps, and I think the community.
Yeah, I think she's in a good spot now. Obviously, there's more feedback coming in, and
Yep.
you know, if there's stuff that I feel that's valid, or that other people on the team feel that's valid, then we'll address it and improve her some more.
I've been.
I think the fire proc that got added to World
That
on Fire
changed things.
changes things massively.
It's
in my
modified by
opinion.
strength mods, right?
Yeah. So that alone, I think, is a big game changer for her powers, because it gives that power a little bit of crowd control with it.
Yes.
So,
The stuns are very helpful.
yep.
All right. Very good. All right.
Yeah.
Can you stay for the whole stream this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. Yeah. So you can ask me about Desecrate at the end too.
I think you
know,
should just ask him questions like this for the whole stream, because
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it way too much.
It's really
It's really fun just to watch
I know.
this.
I think we're just happy to sit here and read.
Pardon? You guys just have been waiting.
We're just happy to
Yeah, I'm
sit
just
here and
really
read.
just having to just read the reactions
That's called bullying.
every
you
few
know?
sentences.
Trying to bait a reaction out of someone.
Okay.
That's okay.
I
All
don't think
right.
that's bullying.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Saying something just to get a reason. Teasing, I guess.
That's
bullying.
teasing. I don't know if that's
it's also
bullying.
well. I don't know. Okay. Well, we'll move on. Our next question is from, I guess, from Epdrom. It's one of our French community members, was asking about player-made quests someday. So is that, again, an example of something that isn't on the table right now that we'd like to do, or
Angry Muppet 89 says you're cute.
who? Scott?
Angry Muppet says you're cute.
The
Who?
cute Scott.
Me?
I might have been talking about you.
Probably.
Yeah,
Jesus.
probably. Chances are.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Player created quests.
player created quests.
It's the beard.
It's the gray beard.
Yeah, it's the beard.
Well, the developer created quests need a lot of work. So before we create the player created quest system,
Okay.
It's working.
Actually,
Sounds like a great
that
idea.
dovetails quite nicely into someone asking us about when are you making your quests replayable? AKA, I can't get Mirage again because I can't replay the quest.
we are doing it right now. We are working on it right now.
Okay.
Yep.
The actual system for creating quests is a little bit of a house of cards, which has led to, you know, as players probably experience this as when we release quests, that there's lots of bumps and stuff in the road, and there's
Yep.
lots of rope for us developers to hang ourselves that are not that technical. So, you know, people step in after the fact and make sure that they don't break the entire game. But you know, that has led to now they're not replayable. It's too finicky to make it. So
Yep.
I think we're kind of going back to the drawing board and making the actual system that we use to create quests more robust.
Speaking of going back to the drawing board, there has been a very significant rise in PvP feedback in the forums. Conclave, Dark Sector conflicts, all things PvP have,
All things conclave.
all things Conclave, all things PvP have been the receiver of.
Am I just answering questions today?
Yeah.
Well, I can talk to anyone about this, but
No, this is definitely, this is in Scott.
you just wait for your turn, Mr. Carter.
What?
You just wait.
There's got to be some drop table talk.
Oh yes. Rotation C. Start thinking about rotation C. Yes. So I guess the PvP question overall is PvP. We started with dojo duels. We added conclaves. Then we did dark sector conflicts 1.0. Then we did 1.5, and now we are at somewhat of a haven't touched or gone back to that system in quite a while. So
I think over the break, thinking about the game and thinking about long-term health and what players potentially want. Some players do want it, some players don't want it. I felt like the conclave and the PvP and that system, we either need to shit or get off the pot. It was like we either need to make it good or cut it. And at that point, I was like, I think we can make it good, and I think the game has got enough deep, interesting mechanics to make that awesome. But it's going to take a drastic rework with like a dedicated team and like a total rethink. So that's what's happening right now.
Okay.
We've dedicated 3 or 4 guys to working on nothing but this. When I was pitching that they would be the conclave team, I was like, you guys need to eat and sleep this. You guys need to wake up at 3 a.m. sweating about it. I'm going to put you on a stream when we feel like it's in a
PvP
good
stream.
Yeah, in a good place, and you're going to be the guy that gets the angry PMs from the team. I'm not going to name them now and let them do their work and feel like it's in a good spot before they have to defend the stuff that we did before. But the shovels are on the ground and things are being done, and there's a lack of progress in PvP. Like you can't gain XP, you can't gain resources. It's kind of this treadmill for just to play. So we're allowing players to gain XP and level up their weapons and their gear. There's going to be PvP or conclave only mods. We're simplifying the game types and going back to maybe some of the more basic game types in order to get the balance right. So you'll see CTF or you'll see variations of CTF first, or you'll see TDM or DM. We're, instead of trying to balance, the 150 weapons and 25 warframes and 300 mods that we have in the game, we've put in a system in where they can select what's available in PvP. So you'll have an arsenal loadout that's specific to PvP.
Would you have PvP specific mods?
Yeah. There'll be.
I think we have some concepts to show of other types of rewards from PvP on the list of assets.
Okay.
By the way.
Yeah. So.
Sigils.
Do we? Yeah. So we're gonna add or at least the current thought is we're gonna add a PvP syndicate that gives you kind of rep for playing PvP that you can cash in.
Like their own syndicate?
Yep.
Like syndicate number 7, basically?
This is, again,
hypothetical.
Spitballing on the couch. This is the current plan. As this develops more and we try it out, this is what we'll try. So obviously with the syndicates, there will be sigils.
Yes.
So these will be for players that enjoy that system and want to show it off that they liked it. So I thought these were amazing. They all felt very Lotus inspired.
Totally. It's honor battles.
Yeah. So PvP is going to get a major overhaul, and what I was saying about the gear is you're limited to what you're allowed to bring into PvP, not just with a conclave rating, but it will be like, the Soma is not allowed in PvP right now until
like you get 3 tiers of rifle, 3 tiers of shotgun, or something even.
No, it's literally like these are the 5 weapons that are available in PvP right now.
Right, I see.
Until the team has a chance to balance the next one. Hopefully that process goes very fast and the weapons come online and we kind of mix them in, and that.
Just start with the MK1 Bratton.
Yes, but everyone's going to start with the MK1s and the 3 starting Warframes and make sure that that's fun to play.
Right.
And then we'll add a new Warframe and a bunch of new weapons. And then we'll add another new Warframe and a bunch of weapons.
I think I'm at the point now, I stress test, I played around with it yesterday with you guys, and to have the constraints be very balanced and have the combat be different, it was like I'm ready for that experience in Warframe personally, just as a longtime player that wants to try out something different with my time and other players. That type of balanced PvP is like, it hit me in a spot that Warframe hasn't in quite a while, which was like delicious.
Again, seeing like a game mode you recognize, and then seeing the twist that is Warframe on top of it, like playing just the normal CTF game mode that is up and running right now, and seeing players wall run and jump and slide and the traversal
melee strafe away.
It was so much fun, and then seeing picking up energy and power casting and how that changes the dynamics of just even that simple game type. You can see that you're like, holy crap, how do you balance all this? But start small, start simple, and expand like we did the game. So that team has a large task ahead of them. But
Sure do. There is a lot of content in this game. I think it'll be a fun slice of fun for players that want to go into that area. And of course, as all things, everything we do, we try and make it for everyone. But if PvP isn't for you, then maybe
It's
give it a
just
try,
another-
maybe not.
It's another way to play Warframe.
Totally.
So right now, it's not really a viable way because you can't advance your account. You don't feel like you're gaining mastery. You don't feel like you're gaining resources or credits. Whereas a player that is dedicated to playing Conclaves or PvP, they can go down that route and level up their gear and their stuff. And
Badass. Cool. Very good. High five. Scott stream 45.
yeah.
This is the Scott stream. But let's make it the Sheldon stream temporarily. Actually, we'll make it the everyone stream right now.
Perfect. I prefer that.
Or I could
Halfway through, you
my
can
favorite
do a
color is
prize.
Oh,
blue.
platinum.
platinum. Okay, we'll do platinum.
Sheldon's distracting.
All right.
He has a new sound effect he wants to try.
Our next winner is Dudeberry. That's
Congratulations, Dewberry.
Dudeberry. You won 1,000 platinum. Message our Twitch page with your in-game alias, PSN ID, or Xbox gamer tag, and we'll hook you up with 1,000 platinum. Dudeberry.
Were we talking about the new Warframe?
I know.
I don't think so.
Are we staying on message?
We're staying on message. No, I think the new Warframe always said was it's going to surprise veteran players, but
Really?
yeah,
Wait, that's all we said?
that's all we said last
We,
two streams
we
ago.
said
We
that-
said he's going to be a little different in that his abilities will be very surprising to our most experienced players.
wow.
So you can.
So we're not allowed to talk about it?
I honestly don't know. I'm going to say no just
now
to be
it's got
safe.
more surprising.
Well, now it has more surprising.
Yeah.
It has?
10% more.
It's so cool.
I
You
know.
want to talk about it?
You can. Why don't you
Just a little.
talk about what the thing is we're talking about without talking about the thing?
Huh?
Like, what is the surprising
Fly
detail
casual.
without actually giving away the theme of the frame? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, like not theme, but mechanically.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess we
I think that's fair game because you can't really.
Yeah.
That doesn't spoil anything except
So
how awesome it is.
with this frame, your energy color that you select in your customization determines the elemental damage that you deal with your powers.
With that, you give away what the frame is.
Yep.
You do?
Yep.
If you're inclined in a certain
People will guess.
area. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
See,
People
If you're
guess.
smart,
Yes.
If you're
Let's-
smart.
Who guesses
That's
the first
hard.
in chat?
no
Okay.
pressure on your guess.
gauntlet thrown.
Okay.
pressure on your guess.
We won't say what they guessed. We'll just say who it is that's right, so people can try and scrub the chat for this user.
Yeah.
Who's right? All right, I'm watching chat. What? Oh my God.
What?
Oh,
Scared.
cool.
Scared.
This
No.
show's just gonna be us watching.
So what
chat
is-
now.
What? Jeff, what?
No,
Oh,
it's not
God.
elemental. No.
Oh,
No.
Rainbow?
No, rainbow frame.
Rainbow
No.
frame?
Yes, of course it's rainbow frames.
Not rainbow frame. No.
Can't read that fast.
I.
All right, it'll still be a surprise.
All right, I'll be a surprise then. You guys
I
aren't.
guess you don't give it away.
No. All right, there you go. See, people aren't as
No, they're smart.
Oh,
yeah,
They're not as nerdy as I am.
not as nerdy as.
Yeah. All right.
chameleon,
Oh, someone just said it.
Gravity.
Oh no, maybe not. No,
Chroma,
Shish kebab.
it's not rainbow.
chameleon.
All right,
Pony
well,
frame. Yep,
40 frames.
that's it.
Success.
Glenn, get off the stream.
All right.
Glenn.
Zebra frame.
No, nothing yet. All right. Well, I think a few of the
Bacon.
bacon
There's been
frame.
a couple.
Nope.
Has
Nope.
there been a couple?
I thought so.
No, I haven't seen any.
All right.
Okay. Well.
You are dumb. No, that's not it either.
Nope. Chalutu. Nope. All right. Our next. Did you see that
Captain
last
Planet.
night?
Yeah, Captain Planet. That's awesome. That's what I thought it was. What?
Okay. Our
I
next
just saw her tweet where it was like
Chalutu.
pronunciation. She Googled it.
No one's got it. Our next question is from Fabsy, who asks, "Can you show us anything new regarding upcoming relay station rooms or how the concepts
there it
will
is.
work?" Yeah. Yep.
Confirmed.
People are getting it.
One person.
I definitely saw it.
Oh, yeah, I just saw it again. All right. All right. So relays. On PC, some are destroyed. The consoles are getting the event with their next update, and we'll see what happens after that. But coming
Yeah, we'll see
changes
how
and
they do.
features. Yeah, we'll see how they do.
Yeah, we'll see how they do. Yep.
I have, this is a very work in progress thing, but I remember we talked about on a stream with Matt how we're going to try and change the statues in the middle to correspond with the warframes that are dropped by the bosses. So
Yes.
he said I could show some very work in progress statues.
Awesome.
For
Alright.
that purpose. So the
Oh,
Saturn
the
relay
stuff.
would have that in the middle instead instead of
No.
Rhino.
Yeah.
And the next one is Frost. Yeah, so those would be the statues in the middle.
Oh.
So thank you so much for letting me show these art team as work in progress because they're so awesome. So Hydroid,
Yep. Coming along.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Needs more tentacles.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Oberon.
Oh.
Wow.
I want this on my desk or something.
I know.
These are beautiful.
These seem to be the statues.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Yep.
really cool.
Yep. So I think. Oh, and then Volts. Yes. So
this will be for the relay.
well,
for the
Volts.
system.
Yeah, I don't know how these will go in, except for they're trying to coordinate it for boss drops. Volt is a clan tech frame, so I don't know how that.
So these are the giant, like right now we just have Rhino.
Yes.
And these are the giant.
Each of the stations would have their own.
Yeah.
So I suspect and hope that we can even bring these into clans, because right now Loki is the statue in the trophy room. So even if you could swap that out with Volt or
I am Groot.
totally Oberon
I
is,
am Groot.
yeah. Anyway, I thought that was super exciting.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes me like Oberon like a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oberon.
That's cool,
I
yeah.
felt something deep.
Oberon is pretty much,
We'll play Oberon.
No
now.
Nova yet. Yep. No, very cool.
but so that's
I didn't know you had that to show. Wow, that's fantastic.
surprise. No surprise.
Because you were looking at me like, oh, so what about the relay
Loki
stuff?
statue
And I
is
was
no
like,
statue.
oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Loki statue. No
No
statue.
no statue at all.
Gone. It's just an empty there.
But functionality wise, because that's obviously pretty things for us to look at.
Yep. Yep. Have we talked about the new stuff we're doing?
It depends.
The
Let me check my-
the librarian, like the
You mentioned it.
archivist and wow, there's a few things that we're doing in there.
We showed the UI for Darvo.
Yep.
We showed
Yep,
and
Darvo.
talked about the
Sorry,
librarian being scanning related quests.
Yes. Yes.
What else is
Yep.
there? Clans still wonder how they'll factor into rooms and rebuilding even the fallen relays.
Yep.
So there's all those types of unanswered cues,
Yep.
so to speak, that I don't know if you have answers for.
Well, we talked about the spaces and the relays being so like the geography of it doesn't let us give enough clans opportunity, so we're looking at having those spaces be as a result of their aggregate participation in the game as a whole.
I see.
Remember we were
Yes,
talking about that?
Yes.
Yep.
I
So
do.
that's sort of still on the table. That's right now the Darbo stuff and the Codex librarian guy are higher in priority and being worked on
Gotcha.
right now.
Thank you.
Hopefully U16 for that
16
stuff.
for librarian, right?
Yep.
Trinity Cloth Physics 1 asks Scarlet Momji.
As soon as I get Chris back, we can figure all this stuff out.
I'll see what I can let him out.
Yeah. Every time I go begging for it, he's like, "No, I can't. I'm busy.
Too busy.
I'm busy." The login rewards rework is also in progress.
Yes. Not super
There's-
fast progress last I asked.
It's not super fast progress. They did got quite far, and then they but it is being worked on, actively being worked on. But they got sidetracked for moments, and yep.
Our
But it's
next
something very
Librarians
important.
and stuff
Yep.
like that. Yep.
Something very important.
Our next question is more of a broader theme.
Oh yes.
From a thread that Cyrus106 started on the forums about rotation C in the survival drop tables.
Sheldon.
Drop table C. Now it's a Sheldon stream.
Let's talk about this.
So at one point, we made defense and interception stack, so we changed the way the rotations work there because
Right.
now you're keeping everything. In rotation C, we had a guarantee at one point to have a guaranteed prime part in the rotation, but now it has Forma in there as well, and a few other things that aren't prime parts. People are wondering if we're going to revisit not only how the rotation works, but what's inside of them. For example, the AABC means essentially if you're looking for a C table thing, it's up 20-minute intervals in survival.
Right. Yeah, you got to play a little bit.
And will we ever? No, I understand that. I'm just saying, is there ever going to be So I'm still going for Loki Prime's rotation C T4 survival piece.
Yes.
So what happens is 20-minute mark, I don't get it. I play on for that other 40 minutes, don't get it, and then it starts getting super damn hard at that 40-minute mark. So is it possible that we can?
I see what you're saying.
You see what I mean? Like now I need to be
Once
rewarded.
you've crossed the threshold
Of two rotation.
2 runs or something, is there some way that we could make it
Sports
start skewing it a bit?
C, A, B, C,
Yeah,
C,
yeah.
D, B, A, D, B.
There is no D.
Well, now there is. That's what we're announcing on
What?
the stream. Rotation D. Drops the mic.
2015 rotation D.
Oh my god. Yeah. So.
Do you have an answer for this, or are you
No.
making this up?
No, I'm just making
Okay,
it
cool.
up. Yeah, I actually think that's a good idea. I think the past. I mean, I've read that idea before. It's not like that's new.
No, I know.
But
Just talking about it on camera, boy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a
heat of the
reward for
lights.
sticking around, longer in some of those endless modes, I think is a good thing. Glenn and I talked about it a few times and had some ideas on how we were going to do it. Exactly to the fact where we would just repeat the same one over and over again. I don't really like that idea.
Like C, yeah.
That's right. But some tighter rotation that might get you more of those things again. Yeah, that's a good idea.
The D.
They really want D?
Rotation D? No, I don't want
Okay.
Rotation E.
Don't do it.
You asked for it. You asked for it. Rotation D only comes after
should not have
40
said that.
minutes. And then-
Should not have said that. There's led some dark chat right now.
Yeah, totally.
oh my god. No rotation D. I have a sound effect for no rotation.
I don't
Yeah.
even think Sean's got the joke.
No.
We all laugh. One thing I wanted to update on.
Chat wants the D. There you
Stop
go.
it. Our last stream, we showed the concept art for the Corpus enemies. Remember the Corpus guys?
Stand
So
message.
we actually have progress to show on that. That
Oh, wow.
actually reveals something a little more exciting for the Corpus faction, which is, drum roll please, they're actually ladies. Corpus femme enemies. Fenemies.
I know.
Ooh.
Which I thought was
People have
super.
been waiting for this for a
skates
while.
With skates on, I was pretty excited about
They're
this.
on rollerblades.
Yeah, they're Canadian.
They're Canadian.
Dis-
we reveal the Corpus are really Canadian.
disco. Those look like disco stew skates, you know.
Yeah.
But they're going to be a mix of men and women, is what I understand, or is it just
Fantastic.
women?
Yeah, as far as I heard, it turned out so well that they made a male version as well.
Gotcha.
And the cool thing about the set is they're like Mr. Potato Head, so the heads and the faces and the ears and the shoes and the feet and the arms and everything kind of all come off to give us kind of a really wide variety of visual variants between them. So we can
Badass.
kind of piece them together to kind of get a bunch of different types and a bunch of different silhouettes and a
I'm excited.
visual variety.
And
Spice of life.
yay! That's on message. No, I'm going to
that
say
the
that all the
spice of
time. No,
life?
spice of life.
Is the message?
Spice of life. Anyway, I was excited about
Alec
that.
V's girlfriend.
Alec
is what
V's,
someone
that's
just
all.
said.
That's his harem.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's how it beats harem.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Maybe it should be. That's awesome. Anyway, look forward to killing
Rebecca
it.
said it first, just for the record.
Oh, strike one against me. Am I in trouble? No. All right.
They're probably going to murder you a lot.
You think so? It's
Yeah.
gonna be
It'd
deadly.
be tough.
If you're on skates, you're tough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Skating is
That's how
the
it is.
They're
fastest.
going to be running. People shouldn't expect to see them roll around.
Is that actually gonna happen?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it!
But there'll be sparks coming up. There will be.
They're going to be like, when you walk on skates, how awkward that feels. That's how they walk.
Oh no, that is the worst. All right, our next question.
Utilist harem. That's awesome.
Mutilist harem. Oh my
Yep.
god.
That would not look good.
Salad V's wife. There you go.
Yeah. This is the Rule 34 stream.
No.
Okay, keep going.
Stop it. No. One question we have from Jay Mullet is about an auction system for trading. I think we kind of touched on that at the beginning as in progress, but not. Sorry, the auction system is in progress. Just revamping trading is something.
Trading, yeah, fixing up trade is in the works. I don't know if an auction system is.
Yep.
Gotcha. Our next question is from Prime, who asks about when are we going to give the old Prime the tintable gold feature that Nova Prime, Soma Prime, and Vasto Prime have?
That's a good question. I don't have an exact answer for that question, but I know that is something Kerry wants to do.
I think he's just slowly doing them.
He's just basically going back
he's
and
just-
working them?
Yeah, he's just chipping
Awesome.
away. Yeah.
Awesome.
So they're all in
Yep.
the pipe.
Yep. So those are material conversions for the past stuff to the new PBR system, which includes the tintable metallics.
Gotcha.
Yeah, looks awesome.
So that would be, right, just kind of updating those textures and stuff to support this.
absolutely.
But as far as...
you want me to show any other update stuff?
Well, I
Yeah,
wanted
I brought something.
I know, I was just about to ask you. You usually
Yep.
dwell in the technical land when you're not being
Yep.
creative, man.
Yep.
Okay, well, not that tech isn't
Not
creative.
really that technical, though.
Yep.
I know,
Not
but
bad.
I am curious of what you've been doing. You said you brought assets, and I do not know what they are.
Well, some of this is just
I hear you have some.
you hear. I didn't bring actually much
you
for
didn't bring
sound.
any?
No.
You didn't bring much for sale.
I brought a little bit for sound.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, we can start with this. With Georgian's audio team, we're working on revamping. This is coder art in sound, so it's not very tasteful. But this is working on having all of the different regions and zones and rooms in Warframe have size and material appropriate reverbs. So, yep, perfect.
Headphones everywhere.
So hope you can hear this. So,
Chat delay.
so I can't hear that, but
Sounds amazing. I've heard it a lot.
yeah. Scott sits beside me, so he's been annoyed by this
Sound down.
a lot. Sound off. Okay.
Just replay.
Wait again?
Yeah, this time
No-
with
no
developer
talking.
commentary.
Right, so now we are doing proper positional reverb. This is the time frame for this is U16, so we're doing positional reverb so that a dude in a big space firing his weapons is going to sound reverberant, and in tight spaces you're going to have quick delays. And the theory is that this is going to really tie the sound environment and make it very immersive.
So speaking of sound, on
Yep.
PS4,
Yes. Oh, actually, yeah, we should talk about PS4. The next PS4 update has a very, very serious audio flaw corrected in it where the volume of the game had been divided by 4.
What?
And that there was 8 kilohertz low pass filter applied to every single sound instance.
Oh, wow. Really deep.
Cringe. This is what happens when your dev kits are so scarce that the audio guys only get to have them for a few days and then they get taken away. Anyway, part of 2015, as I said, was like trying to look for quality improvements everywhere in the game, from the game mechanics to the visuals to the audio as well. So PS4 next update is going to be properly
You might want
loud.
to turn it down.
You might, if you're used
From
to
what
turning
you're
it up,
used
you
to,
might
yeah.
have to turn it down. And the presence and the high ranges are so much more interesting and full, and it's lovely.
what about color correction coming on console?
I actually think we are doing that. That probably is.
Someone in chat was asking.
We are doing that?
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. I think
Is it a...
I just yeah.
Is it a toggle?
I think it's a toggle. I think I just gave up. I've been worn down by
Okay.
the by the
By all the
by the
petitions?
people. But on that topic, the other thing I experimented over the break with was getting adaptive exposure into Warframe, and this also shows a little bit. I would show the on-off first. Yep. And this just shows this is work in progress on the underwater set,
Oh, spoilers.
which is also really beautiful. And this is me just sort of panning around, and then I put adaptive exposure on here.
Okay.
And that pumps up the dynamic range and the contrast, as well as simulates how a camera or your eye adapts to dark and light conditions to give you a consistent, vibrant, high contrast image for every single frame. So it adapts to over bright, and it adapts. What's really cool is it adapts to over dark, so that you can see in the dark corners and
See all the beautiful details.
see all the beautiful detail everywhere. Is just really. I found it just super pops.
Is the art team going to kill you for showing your level?
Yeah,
amazing.
I asked for permission while they were in a meeting, so they couldn't answer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry about that.
Oh, it looks
And I'm not sure what this one is. Oh, this is probably just me doing a sort of a cheesier demo of it, which is staring at a bright surface and seeing it duck down, and seeing it come back up, and then seeing it duck back down, and then just sort of looking
That's
at
a definitely more clear example.
the reflectivity of this obsidian that is kind of what the underwater caves are bored out of. I think is really
Holy shit.
interesting.
Super cool.
So yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah,
love
I
it.
can see now.
I love it.
People are asking
Yeah, I
how
love
swimming
that.
is going to work with that, or if it's part of this tile set in chat.
Are we gonna go there?
We're gonna go there.
We're gonna talk about this.
Swimming?
Yeah.
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 Just keep swimming.
Jeff gets this
This
one.
is Jeff Stream.
Why do I get this one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You haven't
Swimming
talked
guy?
much.
Yep.
You have your swimming guy. Yeah, you have a pool. That's why you're the expert. Go ahead, tell us.
A
tell us
mana
more.
pool. Tap, tap.
So we're not doing swimming.
We're doing
We're not
underwater.
doing-
We're doing underwater, but we're not doing obsidian.
Yeah, we're
We're not doing breaststrokes?
We're bringing your arc wing underwater.
So you can-
Yeah. So before, I think when we were just gonna do swimming set, it just felt a little. Even just the idea of like the treading water, just felt a little kind of
No,
Lame.
ninja.
non-ninja and lame and a bit of a trope. and it wouldn't bring combat. It'd be really a bit of a stretch to put combat in that state. So there was a bit of discussion right after the break, and Arcwing seemed really appropriate. Scott actually did a quick test that even kind of I was kind of the doubting Thomas. I was like, I don't know, I think.
Yep.
And then Scott did a quick test, and it looked pretty awesome. Like it was spawned some bubbles in there, and I was sold. But no, it was it was like
bubbles.
it was in a Grenier asteroid set, and just the way he was able to go through the environment.
As like a machine-assisted swimming style.
Totally, yeah,
Gotcha.
and like the movement's way reined in from Arcwing. We'll probably do we are going to do some custom enemies from some scuba enemies.
Is this kind of like the feel of like you're holding on to something that's propelling you, or how
it's
would you
pushing
describe
you though,
it?
right?
It's pushing.
It's pushing you. So
Did I see some Grenier frogmen?
you did.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is this part
you
of
did.
the crazy research results?
And
or-
I think this gives away like. I know like a lot of people want more. People want us to push Arcwing a bit more and put more time into it. And I think this also will help.
This will do that.
This will do that, and it'll kind of justify the time you put into Arcwing.
Oh, because you can actually bring that Odonata underwater?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, so it's not like I'm making like the
No.
Floatonata,
No.
which is
The
a...
we should make that.
Wait,
That's the next one.
wait. Bird lifters, push pushers. Oh my god.
Push pitchers.
Fish pushers.
Push pusher.
No, there's your fish pushers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Your fish
pusher.
Your fish pusher.
Say again?
Your bird lifter and your fish pusher.
There you go.
Yeah.
Someone just said Sharkwing, which is
Sharkwing.
Sharkwing.
That's
definitely
going to
be a cosmetic attachment.
The Sharkwing.
So you're going to
Yeah.
be taking your Arcwing loadout into the underwater sections of this.
Yeah.
The space will be built purposely to accommodate this.
Yep.
And the Arcwing will have like its space mode and its water mode, so it will be tweaked and balanced
Yeah,
to
I
fit.
think like
under.
melee is going to have to be a bit tweaked underwater. Like we're going to have to look at stuff.
Can't believe I said push pushers.
It's like push pushers. She's so excited that she thought of that.
That's all right.
Go on without me. Just keep going. Talk about what you're saying. I'm done.
That's cool.
But yeah.
Yeah. So it's already up and running, and the level design team is starting to work with it, and we'll see where that goes. Hopefully, maybe
It really felt like a cool Bondish underwater
yeah.
base because you were using Sharkwing like through the
Sharkwing.
Grenier
I think that's the new
asteroids,
official name, yeah.
the Grenier asteroid set,
Oh my God.
and you were just like hovering and jetting around.
And just seeing familiar tiles in a new way.
in that
to play.
new way was really cool.
It was really cool.
it makes you want to go back and flood some of the old stuff.
And it gives us opportunity
Hey.
to, I think, capitalize on the investment that people have put into
Absolutely.
that gear rather than
Yeah.
making a tangent
Yeah.
where you couldn't attack or do anything except
Totally.
for just wait till you get to the next spot. This is really a lot more interactive.
That's cool.
Sky Splitter.
Except Rhino sinks.
Rhinos. Oh.
Like
But Hydroid doesn't.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't
What
work.
happens to Ember Prime's Fire Mohawk?
Just out.
It just goes out.
This is out.
Just gone.
Fizzle.
Does Volt kill everything?
Including himself. You don't want to bring a Volt to
No.
Sharkwing.
Aw. So many logic issues coming when you
Totally,
put
yeah.
Ember Prime's helmet underwater, but that's fine. We have a question about.
Volbon's one helmet goes quicker.
Oh, because he has a
He gets a speed boost
Please,
if you're wearing that
please.
helmet.
It was.
Frost has
back
one
to
too.
stats.
It was totally designed that way all along. Like,
Yeah,
it
it
was-
We were
all
leading
the
up to
plan.
this.
Yeah, this is our next question is about the Eximus brigades that come after you. So, like the new Locust Sons or Death Squad after me. Are we going to add any syndicate allegiances to those beyond existing enemy type Eximi, such as custom enemies coming after you instead of existing Eximus units?
Yes, although
Custom.
I'm not sure. I didn't think that was where you were leading the question.
Well, the other, I think Daryl was playing around with the
Yep.
inverse of that, which I'll let you talk about.
Yeah. Well, just that now when you are working on a syndicate mission, they actually send reinforcements with you to help you, which is really, really cool.
Are they like the woman that's always cross with me, or are they going to be like Grenier units?
They're the units that they're usually used to attack you with right now.
Gotcha. Oh, so I'll start a mission with like 6.
Yep.
Oh. I don't get my cross-armed lady with me?
No.
That's all she does is stand
That's
there
all she
behind
does.
you. Looking fat ass.
Judges you.
Yeah.
Judges you. Like you.
Oh,
Are you Steel Meridian?
no.
Oh,
Arbiters, come on.
that's not a lady.
No, I'm saying there's a lady in the relays that
okay.
crosses her arms at me every time I walk by.
Yep.
She's pissed.
Oh.
Disappointed.
She is.
Yeah, I think in general the depth of the syndicates needs to be radically improved, and I think part of that would be new units as well. Taking out how repetitive their transmissions are, like improving that, growing that, and increasing the general levels and rewards that you can get from syndicates are definitely something we need to do this year, big time.
I'm all for it.
Yep.
Speaking of, syndicates have augments in them. Are we going to discuss further the possibility of augments mod slots, dedicated one-off slots for augments, or are they going to continue to exist within? That was from Imaru 12.
They will continue to exist within.
Yep.
All right.
For the time being.
For the time being, I mean, that's sort of an interesting suggestion. We did think about that, but
I think we talked about doing it.
yep, we did talk about doing it. For the time being, we're gonna keep it as is, and we're looking at exploring similar but more unique things in the future for future rewards.
Gotcha. There's 3 topics I think we need to talk about. I know we're
Okay.
at 3 o'clock now,
Well,
but we
okay.
were a few minutes late.
Already.
I just want to make sure we can address the parkour overhaul and what that entails and how it's coming.
Dan has started to do some polish progress on it, or like just started to look at some of the features or the existing stuff, existing features, and polish it up a bit. He's starting with vault over momentum. Like our vault overs currently are animation driven, so they're a set speed. Like pretty much what we animate. That's so even though all our warframes have different speeds, you put different mods in to affect your speed. A lot of the reason why it feels sticky when you do a vault. You kind of lose that momentum. So he's looking at improving that. We're going to improve some wall run. Like we're going to try and look at some wall running quality of life stuff, like to make it not feel as sticky as well. And then we're exploring some new features to add.
See them at 10:00 live, perhaps. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Are you committing?
Oh, it's up to you.
Maybe.
You're the
Whoa, spoilers.
Parkour at 10 Alive.
Wow.
in real life though. You're gonna.
That's how we
step
get
up.
on stage.
We're gonna do on stage parkour demonstration.
We need to get harnesses. That'd be amazing.
Coming down. Oh,
wanna do
wall
that.
running. I don't need.
But
harness.
badly, like you're not really touching the wall. You're just
Like
kind
your
of
legs
Peter
moving
Panning.
clearly too fast. Our next will just be about lore this year and types of approaches we're going to take to adding, expanding, revising that.
Half of that is getting the quest system into better shape.
Under the hood style.
Yep, so that we can create more, which brings more lore with it.
Gotcha.
And I think fans of lore will be really interested in what the librarian in the relays is interested in, because when you complete a community goal, you will be globally unlocking more lore for each kind of objective that you're going after.
Yep.
Check mark. Love it.
So there's a few really interesting things. Actually, is that the same place that you can like take all the mastery tests before you qualify and practice things?
In the
as
library?
well?
I don't know.
I think so.
This
actually.
is you.
Yep. I think so.
And last, another topic just to touch on would be the scheme of weapons in all their glory. Like the Ratka Ballistica is coming under fire for being the worst syndicate weapon, quote unquote. And
I blame that one on Steve. He really
Which
wanted
one?
the Ballistica.
the Ratka Ballistica,
What's
the
wrong with it?
syndicate man.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
That was Steve's baby. So
Compared to the other syndicate weapons, DPS, fire rate, it's actually, I think it actually statistically, if you look at it on paper within certain parameters, it's worse than the original Ballistica.
But that's discounting the syndicate power completely, isn't it?
Yes, but
Yes,
the-
but the crazy syndicate power.
that we made be normalized last topics to be base energy, not total.
Yep.
To be more practical for the Synode Gamma Core that can actually get kills, whereas the Ratka
Yep.
Ballistica.
could actually get kills.
Yep.
He really wants to get
Steve's
kills.
baby sucks.
See, look, let's just look at chat. Steve's world just crumbled. Your baby. No. Make a Warframe anime, Steve.
Base stats don't include the syndicate power.
Oh, Recta Ballistica. Recta, buff it. Any tip on how to beat the event, please answer.
Are we answering the question?
Oh,
Or are
yes.
we just-
What's happening?
Sorry,
reading
I
chat?
thought you guys were going to, but I guess you guys haven't beat it yet. I'm in my own company here. Beat a baller.
What?
Shot caller.
What are we doing?
Did you beat the Overtake yet? On public?
No,
Not on public, no.
not yet.
Okay, you tried?
course. No.
Well, if you watched Primetime last night, we brought a squad with Nyx, Valkyr, Frost, and Trinity, and we had a good time with that.
It's cool.
Yep.
The junior,
First try,
the junior team
each
was doing a
time.
good job last night.
Yeah.
It's good.
Junior team doing a good job.
If you watch
Senior
Primetime.
citizen. Seniors.
Chudley Lulu or whatever.
Oh, Chalutu. Aw.
So mean.
Aw.
Rebecca sent me a really nice email from someone who was saying that they were kind of upset with the way I was making fun of Primetime.
I wasn't.
last time.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think in jest you need to understand that some people.
I love Primetime. That's the truth.
Thank you. That's
It's
what
a
some people
great
need to
feeder
hear, 'cause
show for this.
I can laugh it off. Because at the end of the day, that's cool with me that you say stuff like that. I'm fine with it. I don't take it personally. I hope you guys watching don't think that he means what he says with that type of thing. Because he doesn't. Because actually, you know what? Now I am offended.
Are you really?
Yes.
All right, well,
She's officially offended. It took a while.
I've probably been. Maybe Steve's been on more. I've been on Primetime as much as anyone here.
That's true. You have.
That
You
is
have,
true.
yeah.
I was
can
on
make-
once
yeah, I
only.
can-
Yeah, I can.
Glenn was
make
on
fun
a
of it.
couple times, I think.
Yeah.
I was on it once.
I think it's time for an appearance.
Scott was on it
That's
once.
I'll come back.
You're
I
not
never
invited.
got an invite.
You're not invited.
If you want me to
You're
elevate it,
not
I'll
invited.
just.
You're not invited. You're never
want me to
invited.
elevate
again?
it?
No, you're not invited. All right. I think that was the three broad areas we wanted to touch at the end.
Oh, it's
Speaking
ending on a
about the
sour
weapon.
note.
Speaking about the
Okay.
weapons.
Weapons are always being looked at, so I definitely have several PMs saying that weapon needs a look, and it will get a look.
There you go.
I'll look at it.
He's
Not
taking
committed to doing it.
responsibility.
Yeah.
He's taking
See?
responsibility.
See, maybe Scott can come on prime time because he's good. Not stupid. Okay, I think that kind of wraps up everything for our.
Did we give enough?
Oh no, we have to give up platinum.
I don't
Our
think
next
we gave
platinum
enough
winner
platinum
is
Here we go.
Kelly Vara. KELEVARA.
Sheldon voted off the couch.
You won 1,000 platinum. Message our Twitch page with your in-game alias, PC, PSN, or Xbox, whatever you use in game.
Good job.
Send it to our Twitch channel, and we'll give you 1,000 platinum. That's great news for you. Great news for all of us.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out. Last
Yep.
few minutes here to wrap it up. Anything else we want to talk about?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yep. We're
R.I.P.
working on
Desecrate.
U16. I think
Yes.
console builds are being submitted soon. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what
How
I.
soon?
The goal
rest.
is
Yep.
either hopefully tonight or early.
Awesome.
Or late next week. Sorry, I have a cold
right.
today, so. don't
That's
mind.
great. Question mark? Question
Oh
mark?
yeah, Desecrate. You told us we had to
Yep.
tell me. Did
I'll have
you
to wait till U16 for that.
Yeah, U16. It's gonna be exciting.
Cut the stream.
As soon as
Cut the stream.
Oh, we have to
Full
say
plug.
goodbye.
Bayhack, interrupt the stream.
Got there. We have. Don't forget if you're going to be in the Boston area, March 6th, 10 Live is happening. 2015 PAX East. Warframe.com/10 Live.
We're gonna have
apply.
in Boston. We're gonna have Warframe themed balls. They're gonna be fully inflated.
Oh no, Sheldon! Do you think you're invited?
Fully inflated.
Oh my God! You think you're coming? Oh, that's cute. Oh.
I'll stay here and do prime time, I guess.
All right. Bye. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you on the
everybody.
other side.
All
See you
right,
in 2 weeks.
bye-bye.
Bye.